Yeah! Bowling! Bowling!
There's bowling!
Looks like
Kyle.
Xenoblade.
Yeah.
Kyle!
You're kidding.
You're kidding.
We waited for 5 years for paid DLC!
Oh my.
Hey, how's it going, everybody, and welcome back to the 100th episode of the HGO podcast. I am one of your hosts, Ethan, and joining me, as always, is my good friends who have been with me on this journey for 100 damn episodes. Kyle and Hunter, hey guys, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing just swell.
100 episodes. I'm going to swear at the start and ruin all of our monetization and algorithm potential.
All that
Holy...
monetization we have.
How have we done it, you know? Like, it genuinely does... How have we got here? How have we got to this point? I genuinely didn't expect us to get to 10 episodes.
There was a whole pandemic.
We keep meeting up to talk every week.
We do.
It does happen.
It's crazy.
Oh, man.
Genuinely. I never honestly thought we'd get here. I honestly... If you asked me, like, 100 episodes, that's fucking ludicrous. Like, who the hell
Honestly, yeah.
does
That's
100
wacky.
episodes? Why have we done 100 episodes?
of anything.
Yeah.
Like, this group gives up on things very easily. Audience, you don't know that, but we do not have a lot
We
of
have so
motivation
many
to
cancelled
finish
projects
things.
and so many cancelled things. Yeah, so the fact that we have done this for 100 episodes now, nearly 2 whole years of this, is kind of crazy. And the fact that we've done it consistently.
Channel.
Yeah. Yeah, and Let's Plays was so 2014, and we were doing them in 2017, like Chad's. It was great. But no, thank you so much for sticking with us for 100 episodes, and whether you've been here since the beginning or this is your first time, welcome on into the HGO podcast. We do occasionally talk about video games. This week,
Like
just as
today.
Kyle predicted in the far-flung past of last week, what if Nintendo announced the Direct or something? Yeah, they did, and we've had it. So well done, Kyle. You actually guessed it. You guessed what this week's HGO curse would be. And
Absolutely.
we're here to talk about it. Because if you are new here, we have been cursed for the past 4 weeks, where every week we release a new episode on a Monday, and then within the span of 24 hours of that podcast going live, a big announcement in the
Something
gaming industry happens. So we've had such things like the Microsoft acquisition of Activision. We have had the PlayStation Bungie thing. We had Nintendo Direct. I can't remember what the fourth one was. There was something else. I don't remember what it was. But it's long gone. It's history now. Who cares? So here we are to talk about the Nintendo Direct. And boys, what a Nintendo Direct it was.
It was pretty
Yeah.
solid.
It was a weird one.
Yeah, it was strange. But I enjoyed it.
Some really high highs and some really weird lows.
Yeah. It was a very quirky one. So what we're going to do is, because we're recording this one rather early, we are going to do a recap of everything that happened. We're going to give our impressions, because we didn't upload a reaction video because the quality of it was absolutely awful, because my internet just seppuku'd and was like, Salu, what if we didn't play the Direct properly? So I was like, I'm scrapping that. We'll just talk about it and give you all of our thoughts. So if you're wondering what we're thinking about in terms of Xenoblade 3, Switch Sports, you name it, we'll talk about it. And then after that, who knows? It's Valentine's Day. We might do something to do with that. We were originally going to do a Valentine's episode, but we fucked that as
And then the
Nintendo
Direct
fucked us with
happened.
news.
Yeah,
Let's go,
Nintendo
gamers.
canceled the Day of Love, or whatever.
They did, and now it's the day of loneliness and video games, just as we intended. Cheers. Let's go. Let's run it down. So yeah.
Good thing nothing ever happens during Halloween.
Yeah, I know, right? Imagine if something did happen. That'd be absolutely tragic, because then we'd have to cover it. But oh well, we don't have to.
We'd
So-
lose the best holiday.
We would. So Kyle, you have a list of everything that was announced, or most of the things that were announced. Oh my god, I've got a new
Most
monitor,
of the things.
so ignore me as I get blinded out by the
Oh, man,
sun.
He's bright.
Yeah, I was going to go and get the timestamp document up, because I forgot to do that. Because of course I did.
Shit, that would have been a smart thing to put into the doc.
It
I forgot
would have.
about that.
It would have. I've not even got
Hey.
anything. So what we're going to do is, Kyle, you are going to read
Alright.
them out one by one, and I am going to struggle to find a piece of paper or something to write these timestamps down on. And then it's a 100th episode of HGO Podcast. As you can tell, we're as prepared as we were on day one. It's great.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Well, I don't think we had pen and paper on day one.
I don't think we had
You weren't
timestamps, because
there.
I think we forgot that people would even
I had to
care.
put them in the comments.
Oh yeah, we did it in post,
Good
didn't
work,
we?
Hunter.
Yeah, we did. That was
Yeah.
great. Okay, so what are we starting with, Kyle? Why are we starting?
So So the Direct opened up with Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. A
Three
brand
Hopes
new
is what it was called.
Warriors game based off of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I am stalling as Ethan grabs his shit.
I have a piece of paper, don't worry.
Hell
Fire Emblem Three Hopes, which I don't think anyone was expecting. We were all expecting a Fire Emblem game to be at this Direct. I don't think
We weren't expecting a Warriors game, though.
No, and I don't think we were expecting both Fire Emblem fans and Fire Emblem fans to be disappointed. So there you go. We all lost. That's funny.
Yeah.
Now Fire Emblem fans know what it's like when a regular Fire Emblem game gets announced. So there you go. Now you know how it feels, guys. Now you know how it feels. So it was weird because have they even given any information about this game other than it's coming out in June? Because like I didn't look up any story bits. Is it
didn't look
Age
up
of
anything.
Calamity? Is it alternate timeline? Garbage.
What
I imagine probably, if I had to guess, but I
What-
don't know anything.
What I assume is that it takes place during the in-game time skip,
That would be smart.
like the 5 years time skip, because Dimitri has both his eyes in this picture,
Oh, maybe that's what they'll
and
do.
Claude
Maybe
doesn't have his beard yet.
an Edelgard looks like Edelgard, so
Yeah,
anything's possible.
give and take.
What was it called? Three
Dimitri got a
Hopes.
cool little ponytail. Yeah,
Such a
Three
dumb
Hopes.
name. That's so fucking
It is a
dumb.
stupid
They were
name.
like, right, we're doing a Three Houses like spin off. We need to have 3 in it. How are we gonna do this? And they were like, fuck, 3 horses. No, 3
three horses.
Someone just got done
Three
watching
ha-
Star Wars the
Yeah.
night before.
Yeah, they were like, episode 4, new 3 Hopes done. But I don't know, Hunter, because I played Age of Calamity, right? You liked Age of Calamity.
I did.
I thought it was fine, but after playing Strikers on PS5 or PS4 and playing a Muso game at a tolerable frame rate, I don't think I could ever go and play a game like this again at like garbage resolution and frame rate. Because Age of Calamity, as much as I wanted to love Age of Calamity, it is possibly the worst running Switch game I've ever played from first party Nintendo. It runs like absolute donkey dicks. Like it's awful. It's bad.
The performance in that game was so poor, I felt it necessary to mention in my review.
And it's bad when Hunter
I don't
mentions
do
it.
that.
Yeah, Hunter doesn't care. Hunter, literally, your game could run at 5 FPS and have like 2 pixels, and Hunter be like, "Yes, well, what is the plot?"
You're
Yeah.
like, damn, it looked pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Those
kind
2
of crazy.
pixels look beautiful.
But no, it's funny. As someone that does like Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I do jest when I chat shit about it, it genuinely is probably one of my favorite Switch games. I don't care about this in the fucking slightest. I'm like, all right. There are so many games in this Direct that I was not expecting for them to announce, and me be like, I'm actually tempted to pick that up, and this is surprisingly not one of them.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I'm
my
sure
thing with
there's
Three
an
Houses-
audience for it. Yeah,
My
go
thing
on,
with
Cal.
Three Houses is that the game already had so much content as it was that I don't know who was clamoring for more of it.
Yeah, I feel like especially because
like-
it is a spin-off.
In base game, you already had 4 different routes, and then you got
5
another
if you got the
DLC route
DLC.
later.
Yeah.
So it's like, cool for the people that like Three Houses, but I didn't finish one route, so I'm a fake fan.
I finished
You're
one
faking
route.
fraud.
I didn't finish all of them. One day I do want to go
God,
back and
no.
play them, but it's interesting, right? I do think it was a very interesting start to a Direct because we were all expecting a Fire Emblem, but like I said, no one was expecting this. And I don't think I've not seen a single
Did get a
person
release date,
comment
though.
on it after a lot of things got a release date or
Yeah.
month. And
Yeah.
surprisingly, one that didn't was Splatoon, and I'm sitting here like, that's the one that didn't get a date, a month.
It is super weird that they're not very specific about.
I mean,
Splatoon,
we'll
'cause they still
talk
just said
about-
summer,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it still says summer. We'll talk about Splatoon
Yeah.
3 in a second because it's the year of 3s, it seems, for Nintendo. 3 Hopes, Splatoon 3,
Splatoon 3 houses.
Splatoon 3 Houses. There you go. So, Cal, we had
This
that,
next game.
and then what did they
Advance
say?
Wars 1 plus 2, which equals 3.
It
True.
does.
Hear
me out.
Fucking high IQ.
Anyways, I don't think any of us care about Advance Wars. It comes out on April 8th.
It looks cute.
If
It
nothing
looks-
else
big.
is out at that time, I'll pick it up.
What date
it
was
looks
it?
neat.
April 8th.
Yeah.
April 8th.
Nintendo has a really stacked first half of this year, doesn't it? Like
They've got a lot of stuff.
if they manage to creep Zelda out at the end of this year, then fuck me. That's a lot of video games.
It's like I've been playing Sifu, so he's got this combo where he like hits you a whole bunch like real quick and then smacks you in the head as like a big finish. That'd be like the equivalent if they got Breath of the Wild out. They'd a bunch of small jabs and then a big smack for a finish.
Yeah. Like it is. I think that's going to be interesting, right? Because we'll get to Xenoblade at the end, and don't worry, I promise you guys, that'll probably be the biggest segment because we know what our fan base is like.
That will be half of the episode.
You'll have me and Cal theory crafting, and Hunter just sitting there going, "Can't whether this is going. I'll play it when it comes out," and then we'll be like, "Good job, Hunter."
Yeah.
But they
Way to participate in the fun.
But September does leave the margin for Breath of the Wild to creep in at the end and take that December spot. Or that late November, early December spot. So it's going to be interesting. But no, Advanced Wars looks cool. Way Forward always makes pretty decent games. So I'm pretty confident in saying that it'll probably be a good and faithful adaptation of those two games. But I don't care enough to try it.
We just don't have an interest.
No.
Yeah. Speaking of not interesting,
very much made for that audience.
Speaking of not interesting, next was No Man's Sky.
You see, I thought this was interesting because I said this during our reaction, so this will never go out. So I guess I'll say it here and act like I was extremely intelligent and extremely attractive and humble, as Deo Man would say. But I was looking at it, I was like, as Switch ports go, this is one of the less ass-looking ones I've seen. It looks pretty decent. Like, it looks faithful enough. Like, we've seen them, right? People always go, the Switch can run Doom, and I'm like, yeah, but can it? Look at it. It's trying, right? It's trying. I feel like if I squint, I can see Doom through the mud of the Switch is like processing power there, but this genuinely did look like No Man's Sky. So I was like, hey, fair play. I don't care about No Man's Sky. It's had a massive glow up. They really worked their asses off on it, so fair play to them. And I'm sure the people who haven't played it yet get it on Switch. Seems like a plan. Will it come out before Fall Guys? Will Fall Guys ever come to Switch? We'll never know.
Will Genshin Impact ever come to the Switch?
No, I can tell you the answer to that one. No, yeah, I can tell you the answer to that one. The answer to that is no. Not happening.
After that, we've got Mario Strikers Battle League, brand new Mario soccer game.
Yeah. How you feeling?
That will probably be a lot of fun once I pick it. I'm not gonna pick it up like straight away, probably, but something to play with my siblings. Pick it up the next time I'm hanging out with them during a holiday or something. That kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm happy that this got an announcement because I feel like this is one of those sports games. Whenever a Mario sports game comes out, people are like, why do they always forget about Strikers? And I'm like, hey, there you go. You got it. You got your Strikers. That's good. But to me, it doesn't. It did nothing for me. It did absolutely nothing. Like, I looked at this gameplay and I'm like, it's one of those games where I feel like you had to live it, you had to be there for it. You had to play that game on the Wii, because looking at it for me, I'm like, this just looks like a really small football pitch, and it just looks like, it instantly came to me, I was like, this is going to be like Mario Tennis Aces. I'm going to play it for an hour and a half and then go, well, bye.
Yeah.
As far as comparing the sports games go, it looks like it could probably have at least a bit more to it than Tennis did.
Potentially. Who's making it? Is this a...
Because I want to say it's the same.
Is it the same team?
I'm
going to look that up.
Yeah, this article doesn't say who's making it.
But, like, for example, just on a purely what I could see in the trailer, at least they kept the style of the other Strikers games with their wacky clothes and stuff, and you're still like you're able to like check people and things, which is amazing.
Right into the electric fence.
Yeah.
Very interesting. It is being made by Next Level Games.
Ooh. Right.
So for those of you who don't know, this is the Luigi's Mansion 3 dev team that are making this.
Oh, Luigi's Mansion 3.
Interesting.
So this must be that's
Ethan's favorite game.
That's according to Wiki. God, can we talk about how I feel like I'm living in an alternate universe where everyone else got a different Luigi's Mansion than I got? Because everyone else acts like that's the most like incredible Nintendo game ever, that they enjoyed that. I played fucking 3 hours of it and went, fuck me, I'm bored shitless. Why do people love this so much? I got to like the movie set one and I was like...
Watching Sam play that game, I think I understood where you were coming from.
It's one of those games where I'm like,
really monotonous.
I'm like, I'm happy that some of you like this, but I'm literally sitting here, like, reaching for the copium to just pull myself through. Like, I can't do it. It's genuinely a really dull game to me. And if you get like Luigi's Mansion, please, in the comments, or send us a beautifully worded email. I'd love to hear it about why Luigi's Mansion isn't terrible. Hotgamersonly@gmail.com.
Didn't have money when Luigi's Mansion 3 came out. But, like, I was under the impression, I like Luigi. I've always wanted to play the first Luigi's Mansion. I'll get it. And I just never did, so...
It's probably for the best, to be honest.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I'm like, I guess it just wasn't meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
I also think it's one of Nintendo's only franchises that has a 2-week lifespan. And what I mean by that is, I feel like the only reasonable time to play that video game is 2 weeks, like the 2 weeks leading up to Halloween. Because if I tried playing that fucker on November 1st, and I was like, this doesn't feel right. So guess I'm gonna give this game another shot in 11 months. Salut, goodbye. It's weird, but no. Next Level, like, I don't think they're badly made. I just don't like Luigi's Mansion. I just don't like it. And they are the original developer, by the way, of Mario Strikers. They made the original on GameCube.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
good to hear.
Hey, that could be a good sign. It could be. I hope that people like it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Camelot did the golf game last year, and that was still meh, so...
Well, I was saying to you, I thought that it was very unrealistic. That I was like, how are they making these that quickly? Because that's like 3 in the span of 4 years. And I'm like, that seems quick even for Camelot. So it doesn't surprise me that this is a different dev team.
Yeah.
Now, whether it'll be good or if it'll suffer the same fate as Mario sports games on the Switch of being mediocre entries in their franchises, let's see.
Yeah.
We know there's one sports game that will shine this year. We all know it. We'll get into it. The king.
We'll get to it.
The king returns. Let's go. Praise the king.
King.
The king of video games returns to take the throne. Fuck you, Mario Kart Deluxe. There's a new champion coming for your ass. Anyway, what was next on the agenda?
Next on this is Splatoon 3, the Salmon Run trailer.
Wait, Splatoon 3 was this early?
Splatoon was really
Either that
early.
or Kirby was here and they just didn't put it on the
No,
website.
Splatoon was
one or
before
the other.
Kirby.
Oh,
Splatoon was before
I guess we're
Kirby.
talking Kirby next.
That looked like Splatoon 2. Why did they show that trailer?
Yeah.
I don't know why they felt it's so necessary to spend that much time on just the Salmon Run thing.
As number one Splatoon fan over here, who is actually unironically looking forward to Splatoon 3, I genuinely watched that trailer and I was like, this is literally the same shit from Splatoon 2. Like, they've not changed anything. Like, at all. Like, what's the point? They've added new mobs. I'm like, you could have maybe changed the aesthetic or anything. It looks like the same fucking level.
Yeah.
I just hope that they no longer lock it behind a fucking time wall where it's like you can only go to work these specific 4 hours in this day.
God.
that
That's
was
always
so
been my
stupid.
least favorite part of Splatoon. Is just having all the maps on a time cycle.
It's garbage as well. I really hope that they've binned it in Splatoon 3. I really do hope.
Yeah.
Because it just, it's kind of fun in a way where it's like...
will.
Sorry, Hunter.
I don't think they are going to.
I don't either.
Tossed
Yeah.
at least, maybe, hopefully, because people seemed to want to like the Salmon Run thing, that they will have taken the lock off of that. But
I think,
as
I
far
think that's
as-
possible.
as far as the multiplayer map cycling, that's probably staying. That's like a thing that they've attached themselves to.
it's just so dumb. It's just
There's
so
just always
dumb.
something that bothered me playing the first game, where it's like, all right, what are the maps? Oh, it's Moray Towers and the shitty camp level. Guess I'm not playing this for
Camp
4
Cuttlefish,
hours.
dude. Camp
Yeah,
Cuttlefish.
dude, I guess
Everyone loved that one. It was great.
I'll just check the maps again in 4 hours and see if I still want to play this video game.
It was also the cycle. If you're going to keep the cycle short in them, don't make them 4 hours.
Yeah,
Don't make me
make
play
it
the same
like
2 maps for
2,
4
man.
hours. Make
Yeah.
it 2 max. Maybe 90 minutes. You know,
Yeah.
something that's not...
2 is being generous.
Because the only thing that I think that works with, that I like, is for Splatfest. I think having certain maps be tied to a Splatfest is a cool idea. I like Splatfest quite a
Yes.
bit. It's a fun idea. But for the rest of it, it just seems tedious. Shall we talk about how weird that Splatoon not getting a launch month is? Because
Especially
I feel like
since,
that.
It still
like,
just says summer.
They're throwing out dates for everything else left, right, and center, and you don't have.
They say summer, but it's like they fill June up pretty. They pretty much fill June up.
Yeah, June is.
Did anything get a July
taken.
date?
I don't think so.
Maybe it's July then. Maybe it's
Yeah.
August. I feel like they just don't know when to lock it down. Because, I think a lot of these other games, like Xenoblade, well, from what we've heard, Xenoblade had been pushed a year. So it's like a lot of these games, I mean, you can tell, guys, because you can tell with Xenoblade 3 that game's basically done already because the English dub's done and in the trailers. The last reveal we got, we didn't have that because they usually record it like 7 months beforehand. So, and Jenna Coleman leaked this shit like a year ago. So it's like
Yeah.
they've been working on that for a while. Splatoon just kind of feels like they announced it like so long ago. I feel like they would be done. Like it's Splatoon.
It was like
what
a
are they
year ago
doing?
to the day.
Yeah,
was
it was almost
exactly-
a whole year ago.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Where are they?
So yeah, July or August is my guess. But
Alright.
that's crazy. I find it baffling. Anyway, what was next?
So do you guys want to talk about Kirby?
I do want to talk about Kirby because it looks decent, and I'm scared because, as everyone knows, there's a rule of
Did Kirby
life.
winning the league this
Yeah.
year.
There is a rule in life, and that's that Kirby's never had a good video game, and that everybody that thinks that he has had one are fucking liars and have been brainwashed by HAL Laboratory. That's what the
Masahiro Sakurai
that's
got
what the
them.
lab part of HAL Laboratory is they're brainwashing people. They're experimenting on brainwashing people with terrible video games. And I feel like they were like, maybe the true secret is to make a good video game, and that's why I'm scared. It looked like fun. Like, I'm not 100%
Yeah.
sold that I'm gonna buy it yet, but it looks decent. Like, if nothing's coming out in that like 3-week span, I might pick it up. It looks fun. I think
Yeah.
the absorbing massive things is dumb. Like, just
It looks so goofy.
It's
but,
kind of comedic.
You know, if it's another mechanic to use, I guess, outside of just the copying stuff.
it's like the equivalent of, when like Nathan Drake is like grabbing onto like the back of aeroplanes and shit and just hanging there for like dear life. That's what Kirby looks like, as he like hovers his mouth over an object and then the object's still going and he's like, fuck, I've not got full control of this.
You know, if
Like-
nothing else, it spawned a delightful set of memes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I saw one picture where Kirby like basically unhinged from the car and he was just deflated on the ground.
Yeah, that's that was it.
And
was
also that trailer
crazy.
was just like a fucking fever dream.
It was a
Just
fever
watching
dream.
that whole thing unfold.
It's just like, yeah, it looks fun. It genuinely looks fun. I did think it was funny when
Yeah.
they tried to play off the latest 3D Kirby adventure, and I'm like, bitch, fuck, what like
It's the first.
you've not done this before. Why are you acting as if this is like a tradition on every console? Like, what?
I think the last closest one would be City Run from Kirby's Air Ride.
It doesn't count.
If you
It
even
doesn't
wanna count
No,
that.
it doesn't count. That's like going, you know what's a great 3D Sonic game, guys? Sonic Riders, let's go, Rise and Grind gamers. Like, no. And remember, the true answer to that one is there's no good Sonic 3D, there's no good 3D Sonic game.
There's no good Sonic games.
There's no good Sonic Mania is pretty decent. I like Sonic Mania. 2D Sonic's actually pretty good. 3D Sonic,
Yeah.
that's when we go, have to take a step back.
That's when we flip the coin and be like, does this one control like decent, or does it control like ass?
Does it
it's a boost
Yes.
game.
Yeah. Does it control like ass, or does it have lag, but it might feel playable and bearable? Let's find out. But no, Kirby looks interesting. I'm excited that they're doing something different. I just have a feeling that
Mhm.
if I buy it, I'm gonna be bored shitless, like a Yoshi's Crafted World or something. Like I don't
Like
know.
Luigi's Mansion.
Like Luigi's Mansion. Is it going to be another one of Ethan's classic buys a Switch game, plays it for 2 hours, and goes, I don't want to play with you anymore, throw you in the pit with SMT5? You know, like, is it going to be one of those?
As he gazes longingly out the window at me playing Ghostwire Tokyo and having fun.
Yeah, basically. Tokyo Ghoul
Just
music
would be
plays as I'm
staring
at
out
the
his
window.
window.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be interesting. I might pick it up. I'm like on a 50-50. We'll see. I'll flip a coin for it. Right, what was next? What was after Kirby?
Next was a game that really just struck me. It was Chrono Cross Radical Dreamers Edition.
No, for fuck's sake. Like,
Ah, yes.
I don't know
Kyle
what it
nearly
is
started
about.
weeping when this was announced.
I don't know what it is
Wasn't
about
ready
February
for
Direct.
it, Hunter.
What is it about February Directs? It seems to me like if you followed along with the HGO lore, it seems to us like the February Direct is the HGO Direct where everything we want is shown, and then the June Direct is the 50-50 Direct where we don't care about half of it, and then we get Zelda news, so we care again. And then the September Direct is literally the pee poo poo no one cares Direct, and we just sit there molding until they announce an Animal Crossing DLC. So, like this Direct again, it just kind of screamed. It felt like it screamed to us because like a lot of these games seemed like they were up at least one of our alleys. And as soon as I saw Chrono Cross, I was like, "Oh shit!" Square Enix decided to actually do something with that IP for once. That's crazy.
Hey, dude, they're running out of PS1 games. Eventually, they're gonna have to remake Xenogears.
That's what you think. Nintendo's gonna be like, "You're infringing on my copyright." And they're like, "What the fuck do you mean? You don't own this." Nintendo's
we
like,
own this. We made the figures.
It's like we own Xeno now. We've copyrighted it.
Xeno Saga, Xeno Blade, Xeno Gears, Xenomorph.
Xenoverse.
Yo, that's my favorite. That's my favorite. So yeah, so Chrono Cross, it seems to be in the spirit of like the Final Fantasy remasters, right? Where it's basically the ROM on modern
A
platforms.
ROM with some quality of life things added.
Hopefully a pause menu that lets you move your characters faster and turn on 999 hits if you want.
Yeah.
Hopefully. One thing that I saw that was pretty cool, which I don't know if you noticed, Cal, because people were talking about it on Twitter, is the font options. They have a modern font, but they have the option to turn it back to the classic font, which is like...
Yep, I noticed the font changed.
Why is it taken like this long for them to add an option to just turn it back to the old font in the options menu? Like, why are we praising this? It's like... Because I feel like...
Final Fantasy Pixel remasters don't even have that.
No, none of them do. That's why they're praising Chrono Cross, because no one fucking does that. And I'm like, why is it this one that's the first one that gets the gold star? I'm like, this should be obvious.
The other thing they did was they sort of like enhanced the character portraits in text boxes. They got, instead of just porting in the PS1 JPEGs, like they redid the artwork.
Oh, that's cool.
That's super nice.
Yeah, but
the other thing
that's a lot of artwork to redo, though. Aren't there like a million?
No,
it's like 40 characters. Yeah. The other thing coming with this is Radical Dreamers, which was originally just Super Famicom Satellaview add-on fucking text-based adventure. Which, if you don't know what the Satellaview is, just like go look that up on your own time. It was basically like DLC for the Super Famicom. Didn't come to America. America never had this video game. So we're finally getting it localized in English, which is fantastic. Yay, game preservation.
Yay.
No, it was one of those things where I'm glad that it's coming to modern platforms, because even though it's like, if they do add like the 999 hit points and the 3 times speed, so I can just start dabbing on the haters, you know what I'm saying, you know?
Yeah.
As the Zoom as we are. I actually will be tempted to actually give it a shot at some point. It's like one of those things where now it's actually in the realm of possibility because it's on a platform where I don't have to dig into the archives and get my AV cords out and like.
Dude, the last console this game was available on would have been PS3 store.
Yeah.
Like,
And I don't even think it was available in Europe on the PS3 store. I think it was America only. Or
probably not.
stupid.
It never came out in Europe.
Yeah, so because I remember, when the PS3 store was shutting down, everyone was like, "Make sure you grab Chrono Cross," and I was like, "I can't. I'm in Europe.
I can't.
I'm in Europe jail, dude. I'm in Europe jail."
Oh no,
man.
Brexit.
Yeah, the fucking EU's holding it back. I thought with Brexit we'd get Chrono Cross. Damn it. I thought that's what Brexit means. That's what they put on the buses. They were like, we give the EU, however,
Brexit means Chrono Cross.
we give the EU $400,000 every day, every hour. Let's fund Chrono Cross in the UK instead. Is what it said.
Give us Chrono Cross and Xenogears.
You can't have both. Maybe next year, Cal. Maybe in the next February Direct, we'll be sitting here going,
Gears
"Oh boy."
Australia can have Xenogears.
Yeah, fair enough. But no, Chrono Cross. I'm happy that that's getting a new lease of life. It feels like Final Fantasy VIII in a way, where it's like finally they've done something with this video game. So who knows what's next?
I really hope this game gets appreciation that it deserves.
It will.
Instead of just being like, oh, it's not Chrono Trigger,
you're not
therefore
Chrono
I
Trigger.
hate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of that, dude.
I think it will, but
Final Fantasy VIII has started getting that love, and I'm like, yes, people, it's always been a good game.
But then you've got to decipher what's the
It was
actual
just
passion.
between 7 and 9.
Yeah, but what's the actual passion, and who are the people that are just because there seems to be this growing community on like the internet now who are like retro snobs who are just playing old games because new games are bad, and they're like, yes, I love Gex, like unironically, and I'm like, yeah, okay, fuck off.
I
dude.
love
like,
Gex. My favorite Scott the Woz joke.
Yeah, like it's like they saw Scott the Woz, but were like, yes, that, but unironically, perfect. Thank you.
Man.
So we'll see. But no, I'm happy that it's getting some love.
So next up, we have the Portal Companion Collection.
Yeah, this
This
one
made
and
me
2.
pop, man.
This is fucking sick, dude. This is hard.
This is fantastic.
Portal is such a good series of video games. It's a shame they'll never do a third one. This is one of those little things, Hunter, that kind of it's one of those things again that gives you hope, but it's not coming. There's no Portal 3, but this gives you a glimmer of hope because they're porting it to Switch. But then you realize it's just Valve wanting more money because they don't have enough with Steam, apparently.
Yeah.
But no, great collection of games.
Honestly.
Yeah.
They're over a decade old at this point, so they should run on Switch.
Yeah.
It's like all the PS3 games that were announced in this direct. I'm like, they should run well on Switch, so they should be good for people that haven't experienced those games yet. Because I'm sure we're not going to talk about most of
Shoutouts
them.
to Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed. That's probably going to run. I hope that runs. I hope that runs great on Switch, dude. If that runs great on Switch, the next time I feel like playing Assassin's Creed 2 again, because that urge does come every once in a while, because it's like it's like in that perfect time period of nostalgia for me where I can play that game again and again and again, and there's enough of it to be like, I used to love this shit, and it's still a decent game.
Yeah.
I might pick it up, but yeah, Portal, incredible, good set of games.
Portal's fantastic.
I'll probably pick up their little companion collection here because I never did. There's not like a physical version of the first game that I have.
If it's physical, I'd be tempted to pick that up as well.
Yeah.
It's definitely
It's
I've
one
got
of the
those-
PS3 version of 2 here, but
I'm so sorry.
that's all I had.
It's like the worst version of Portal 2. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Oh, it still had Cave Johnson, so even the worst version is okay.
Hey, you gotta take what you can get. You gotta take what you can get. But no, it's exciting. Are you sad that you've downloaded Steam again, Cal? Now that they've moved it to Switch.
No, this means I can uninstall Steam again.
Oh, great. Well, that
That's the
was fun. That was a
spirit.
long ride.
Think about it, dude.
It's true. Right, what was after
Man,
Portal?
What other games are on Steam?
Nothing.
Next
I can
up
give
we-
you a couple.
Ethan, next up is your game,
What?
Nintendo Switch Sports.
Oh, fucking yes, dude. I popped off so fucking hard. Like, it was unreal. Like,
He
genuinely.
really did.
Genuinely. I popped off harder for this shit than I did Xenoblade. It was hilarious. It was great. I popped my... Because, like, this seems like a no-brainer. And I'm like, why is it taking this
Honestly.
long to do this? It just looks fun, like, genuinely. I was like, this is stupid Nintendo, and I'm all here for stupid Nintendo. When they announced that the game comes with the fucking leg strap from Ring Fit, and you can pretend to fucking kick balls, and someone's TV is gonna break from that, you know that, and that's gonna be a hype moment. I've said to Kyle earlier, Hunter, I'm buying the physical of Switch Sports, so I get another leg strap because I already own Ring Fit, and I'm gonna stick one on both of my legs, and I'm gonna play 2-player with myself, where I just keep fucking kicking each leg back and forward. It's gonna be great fun. Can't wait. It's got online. It's got
that's
everything.
A beautiful imagined image.
Just picture me, dude. Just picture me with like the sweatband on, with the 2 leg straps, basically just kicking a ball to myself. It's gonna be great fun. It just looks like fun. It just looks like fun, and I can't wait. And also, my favorite part is it's cheaper than a regular Switch game.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
Really?
It's only $40.
And that's cheaper than 1-2 Switch was, isn't it?
Yes.
Was 1-2 Switch was 50?
It's almost as if they should have released it like this instead of 1-2 Switch.
Yeah. Or at least made 1-2 Switch a pack in.
Yeah. Rip baseball though. Rip my homie baseball. Baseball didn't make it.
Dude, poor baseball.
No one gives a shit about missing wrestling because that was boxing. Sorry, that was ass. But baseball, we miss you. Come back to us in a spring 2023 update. Thank you. Golf, you'll be with us soon enough, and it'll probably be better than Mario Golf. So Lamau. But yeah, looks fun.
Game comes out April 29th.
Really soon, dude. Really soon.
That is so soon.
That's the only
Get your
game so far
pre-orders
from
in.
that's the only game so far I've actually pre-ordered. Unironically, can't wait.
So next up was not Mario Kart 9,
Oh, this
but
was so
more Mario
hilarious.
Kart 8.
Yeah.
A deluxe pass with 48 more tracks.
Yeah, that's crazy. Doubling the amount of tracks, dude. That's just, and it's right. Here's the thing, and this is the thing that we were talking to Sam yesterday as of recording. We were talking about it, and Sam made a good point where he was like, "I don't want a new Mario Kart game for the sake of a new Mario Kart game. He just wants a new engine." And I didn't think of it like that. I was like, "Oh yeah, sometimes a change of feeling will make all the difference." Because I'm like, yeah, we are still going to be playing the same fucking Mario Kart that we've been playing since 2014. So, but at the same time, I'm like, I feel like the option here was 48 tracks in Mario Kart 8 or us waiting another 3 years for Mario Kart 9 still. And we're still going to get Mario Kart 9 in 3 years. And it's like, I'll take the 48 tracks, especially with how good a deal it is. $25 or £22.50 for 48 tracks. In the UK, that is less. That genuinely is like less than what is it, like 50p a track or something? Like, it's pretty ridiculous how good value that is. Especially when you look at most DLCs these days. Apparently in Mario Kart Tour, it costs $40 for Diddy Kong, so you can get 48 tracks in Mario Kart 8 for
I don't
less
think
than...
I could be paid $40 to take Diddy Kong.
So,
Dude, isn't there a Twitter account that like compares prices and sees if they're less than Diddy Kong in that game?
Yeah.
I forgot about that account.
And 48 tracks in Mario Kart 8 is now cheaper than Diddy Kong, so congratulations. But no,
fantastic.
At first I was bitter, but now looking at it, I'm like, it's good to bridge the gap, It's good to bridge the gap between the next Mario Kart game. I'd rather take it than nothing. And also, 48 tracks for a great deal like that, you're basically getting, I realized, you are basically getting like 3 extra lots of the original Mario Kart 8 DLC. We're getting 3 times the amount of content than the original. And that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's absolutely crazy. Now, whether these remasters are actual, like, in the style of Mario Kart 8, you've got the orchestra back, they look gorgeous, or if it's just a kind of up-resing. I looked at Coconut Mall and I was like, this looks weird. I don't know if it's just the angles they're showing, but I can't tell if they just like upscaled it or if it's an actual remake of the track. I need to look at it properly.
Coconut Mall looked a lot different from how it was on the Wii.
Was it in 3DS though? It was in 7. Yeah, it was in Mario Kart. Yeah, it was.
Play 7.
Yeah, it was in Mario Kart 7, and I feel like it looks a lot like the Mario Kart 7 version. So I'm interested in seeing if it's a true remaster of it. Like if it's if it's like fucking Neo Bowser shitty in Mario Kart 8, then I'll be like, that's cool. We'll see. But hey, I'm less toxic about it now.
It was real fun to witness just the range of emotions alive as someone who just doesn't really care.
Yeah.
For them to be like, let's talk about Mario Kart.
Yeah,
DLC.
It was funny though how they were like, we've seen that you've been enjoying Mario Kart 8 since 2017. I'm like, bitch, try 2014, but carry on.
Carry on.
Carry on. Smash Bros, the last Smash Bros fucking came out in the same year. We've had a Smash Bros and 2 Fighters Passes since then. And now you're telling me that you're bringing the Fighters Pass to Mario Kart. But hey, I'm not going to complain. I've already bought it. It's going to be a fun time.
I can't wait for the every direct people trying to anticipate what track gets added.
Oh, I hope they do Smash reveals, dude. I hope they do like Smash reveals where it's like,
and here's Waluigi Pinball.
Literally, like Waluigi's gonna like big baller, dude. That would be the day. That'll be the day. I'll do like a 12-hour stream of just playing Waluigi Pinball. Like, around we go. Whee!
Dude, Waluigi Pinball gets shown. I'll just buy the game. Yeah, that's time.
That's time. We hold him to that. That's on the record, boys. That's on the record.
It is.
Nintendo's like, quickly bump it from pack 6 to pack 2. Just in the back of their heads. But no, we'll see. I think that's going to sell like crazy, though. Doubling the tracks in Mario Kart.
Yeah.
What was the stat? Like, if everyone who bought Mario Kart...
If everyone that already bought it but buys the DLC, Nintendo would make like $1 billion instantly or something. Like, it was something ridiculous.
So silly.
It was something ridiculous. And they will.
And all the tracks are coming out in waves, and first one comes out on March 18th.
Yep. 8 tracks at a time, and you can get it either individually like a normal person, or you can buy their shitty expansion pass where you can temporarily own both this and the Animal Crossing DLC for as long as
Speaking of the expansion pass, I imagine that this Mario Kart DLC is going to get more consistent support than their Nintendo's online.
Yeah, probably.
N64. And other such business.
And I mean, if it's any sign of quality, Happy Home Paradise was a really high quality DLC. So that leaves me with open kind of hope for it, because I feel like Nintendo was like, okay, if we're putting this on a subscription model that people have to renew to pay for, we're going to make it high quality. And I'm hoping that's what Mario Kart is as well. I hope it isn't just shitty, like, upscaled versions of these tracks. So, fingers crossed. It's also interesting to think... It's also interesting to think now that the 2 biggest games on Switch, the best-selling games on Switch, the 2 biggest ones, their DLCs are on this pass now. Are they going to carry this forward? Is Breath of the Wild 2's DLC going to be on this pass? Who knows?
Can't imagine if Smash Bros. DLC was on that pass.
Oh, it would have made it a lot fucking easier. It would have been a lot easier to stomach that than having to pay for fucking Kazuya fucking separately, dude, like I did. Like, I paid money for that fuck and I'm never gonna play it.
But Ethan, he's got a cool trench coat.
True. You win. I step aside. This is your podcast now.
It's more like a tailcoat.
Potato. Anyway. You know what time it is, guys. It's Weeb O'Clock.
Yeah, dude.
Choo-choo, get on the hype train. We're going to count down to September. Every week, join us on HGO, where we count down how many weeks till Xenoblade. We don't know, because there's not an exact date.
Till September.
Yeah.
How many moons have to pass?
All I know is at this rate, this will be my next holiday from work. Please, someone let me have a day off.
Dude, what's funny is that I was watching like a Xenoblade content creator react to the trailer, and he's just like, no, not September, that's like the worst time.
Yeah, that was Enel, wasn't it? It was Enel. Yeah, I watched that.
And I was just
like,
laughing,
no,
and
September.
I'm like, oh, sucks to be you. And then I'm like, wait, I also work at a school.
Nerd. Ethan and I are both gonna finish the game before.
We're just gonna cruise, dude. We're just gonna cruise through it.
People are gonna claim it's like a 80-hour RPG, and Ethan and I are gonna beat it in 22.
Exactly. No, literally, Hunter, this is literally going to be every Xenoblade 2 reference. I'll be literally standing there going, take it in, absorb. Side quest, I'll do you. As soon as the Xenoblade 1 moment, I'm like, get this fucking shit out of here, skip cutscene, run. Faster, through Button Valley, I can't be on. Where's Nia, damn it? Go.
I think she's become a warlord or something.
So's Melia. Who would have thought, dude? Who would have thought that being in the friend zone would cause you to become rivals in war? Who would have thought that? Hey, who would have thunk it? That's crazy.
Just, you know,
it's not the plot of Three Houses.
After being done dirty by the plot of the first game, Melia deserves to be allowed to snap.
This is true.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because
go off, Queen.
I think because my current one, I think this game looks great. I think it looks incredible. I think I didn't realize from the visuals. I was like, because looking at Xenoblade 2, right? Xenoblade 2 is a great game, but it's always looked a bit low res because it like runs at like 720p. This game actually looked like it had a decent resolution bump, and I was like, oh, this game looks even better. I'm like, this is great. Something about Monolith Soft and like optimizing their shit for Switch, just great. Apparently, they're like the opposite of Game Freak. But yeah, story, I have no fucking clue what's going on, to be honest. Like, and I think they're doing it on purpose. I don't think they want anyone to know.
I've watched the trailer so many times, and I'm like, I don't understand what you're trying to do here, Takahashi, but I am totally on board.
My only current things,
do whatever you want.
The only current things that I am in my head right now that I'm pretty certain on is whatever her name is, the new Welsh cat girl. I have a feeling that she is Nia's daughter, or a close relative, which means, God, did she finally get out of the friend zone? Who did she finally find? Well, I guess we'll find out.
Kyle, could you say the name again?
Mio, M-I-O.
Yeah,
Meow. Awesome.
Yeah. Yes, it's true.
Yeah, wow. Dude, Nya and Meow.
Meow.
Amazing.
Perfect names. But no, I have a feeling that that's definitely Nia's daughter. Which leaves the question is the Hyentia in the party Malia's daughter? Or relative?
That would be dope.
Some people have
She's my favorite character so far.
Yeah, I was like, she looks cool, and then someone was like, what if she's like a descendant of Shulk and Fiora? And I was like, instantly dislike you now until that's proven incorrect. Instant dislike. I'm like, you sit in the corner until you prove to me. I'm literally there on fucking Dr. Phil, like, give me the fucking TNA test. Who's the father? Is it Schultz? Then I don't want him. Get him out.
It's Ryan.
It's fucking welcome on in. Come on in. You're welcome to the family. Be like Fast and the Furious. Your family. Welcome on in. But no,
she's got like a staff gun. It looks dope.
That does look cool.
It is interesting. Like honestly, nice. It's like I have no idea what they're doing. It's so weird because it's like the worlds have merged or something, and I'm like, what the hell's happening? Like they were like, oh, the key art is the Bionis' sword stabbing through fucking. Was it Uriah?
The Uriah Titan.
Why Uriah? Yeah. That was the best looking one. Why the fuck did you stab that one? Damn it.
I don't know, dude. What was left after Xenoblade 2?
I also thought all of the Titans merged into land.
Collapsed or something.
They all merged into land, didn't they? Why are they Titans again?
I don't know, dude.
Who knows?
All I know is that we don't know anything.
Yeah.
Is it an alternate timeline? Who is it?
Who are the voices gonna come back, Kyle?
God, I hope Albedo comes back. I'll lose my shit.
There's so many interesting things. It's like, who's the Van Damme looking at?
That's like the only reference
Van Damme, dude. Who's the Van Damme looking at?
Yeah, dude, who's the fucking Van Damme
someone
guy?
said, what if that's Zeke? And I was like, oh my God, imagine if Zeke just got built, was just like, fuck it. Yeah, I'm like, what if it is Zeke? Because I like to think
was something I saw get thrown around, but that was just Van Damme's voice actor.
Yeah, but here's my thing. What if they did that to bait people and they have Van Damme's voice actor playing another character and they played it over that character so that people thought it was Van Damme?
Probably, dude. We
Yeah.
don't know anything.
Who knows? Where's Pyra? They're
knows?
alive. I assume they're
she
keeping
gone?
them. I assume they're keeping them secret. What happened to Rex? That's another
She's-
one. What happened to Shulk? I assume they're all gonna show
They're
up.
fucking dead.
They're gonna show up though. Even if they're dead, we're gonna find out. Because fucking Melia and Nia seem to have become fucking dictators, so I feel like we're gonna get a story here of what happened.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. I'm
It
like,
should all be
can't
really
wait.
cool. It has the potential to be super interesting.
oh god, it's so interesting, and it was weird because like we've had the leak for so long, right? We had the leak, we had the whole Xenoblade 3 as a sequel to Xenoblade 1 and 2, and in my head I was like, oh cool, a sequel to 2, and seeing a lot of 1 in it as well as 2, I'm like, this is so weird. Like I didn't think of how weird it would be seeing both of them in a weird mashup. It's like they should be more. I'm like, in my head they're more similar than they are apart, but they
Yeah.
also feels
I'm
weird.
trying to imagine what it would be like. Okay, so I know Final Fantasy has that like fighting game where they just yoinky spelunk all the characters of
Mhm.
note. and
Yeah.
They fight each other, but I'm trying to imagine like what an actual like crossover between two different entries in that series would be, and how strange it would feel, despite them being, you know, the same series and similar in so many ways. Like it would be really weird to see the worlds of 7 and 9 merge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really weird, right? It's also weird because we know, like we say, we know fuck all, and it's weird for us to not know fuck all because in Xenoblade 2's original trailer, they gave you a rough idea of what the plot was. It wasn't
Yeah.
much, but they talked about Elysium and
Climb the world
Rex
tree.
apart. Yeah, climb the world tree, right?
Good
So
old
we at least had
Still.
little bits of that. This, they literally just showed a load of people fight. Why are they at war? Why are they fighting? You'd think after two god-defeating moments, why are they fighting each other? What the fuck's happening?
It's just the fanboys of the two games.
Yeah.
It's just the simps, dude. It's just the simps.
Melia said it's my turn to be God.
Definitely, yeah. I'm glad that they did put Jenna Coleman's voice in the trailer, because I'm like, you might as well. She fucking leaked the game. You might as well just fucking confirm it. I do think it's weird though. Doesn't because to me it sounded like Nia's daughter has the same voice as Nia. It sounded like the exact same fucking person.
We talked about that during the trailer.
So I'm
It's like how in Age of Calamity, Impa had the exact same model and such as the granddaughter or whatever from Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I say, it's weird, but it's one of those things where we haven't seen the battle system. We've not seen the battle system. It's obvious that there's no. It's obviously a new battle system because there's no duos, so it's definitely not Xenoblade 2. Yeah, and I'm hoping to God it's not Xenoblade 1 combat because I'll fucking kill myself.
The interesting thing from the trailer is that it's 4 character parties instead of 3.
Cool.
Like the last 2 have been.
Yeah.
Last 2, I say like X doesn't exist.
It
You
doesn't.
can't prove it.
It doesn't. But X had 4
to me, it's weird, right? Because how many characters are there? Is there 6 characters? Did they say
6 confirmed?
6 confirmed? I assume that
At the moment,
there's
we have
probably
6.
others. I assume there's others because I assume they wouldn't announce. They didn't. Did they announce the entire party
That'd be
before
weird.
Xenoblade 2? That feels like weird. There's usually like a hidden 1 or 2.
No, I think they just showed Rex, Tora, and Nia.
And maybe Morag.
Nah, I don't think they'd have shown Morag and Zeke.
They definitely didn't show Zeke. I know that. But Morag was definitely in
no
trailers.
trailer could contain his awesomeness.
It's true.
That's why I really hope, because like Zeke is technically he's a blade eater, right? I don't know, he could be alive.
Was he?
Yeah, because him and Pandoria share a core crystal because he nearly died.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I always thought it was weird that what's Amalthus's race called?
Indol.
Yeah, the Indoline. That weird Indoline guy that looks like Rex in a weird way. I was like, he kind of looks a bit like Rex. I was like, they haven't turned Rex into a fucking Indolite character, have they? He's not reincarnated as a mouse as his successor or something. I'm like, oh yeah.
God, that'd be fucking weird.
That would be wacky.
Yeah, that'd be wacky. But no, I am
Yeah.
super excited. Day one, can't wait.
Day one.
Buying the collector's edition because I'm not fucking falling for that again.
Yeah. Same.
And then
This will be the first collector's edition I'll ever buy.
knowing my luck, it'll be my least favorite, and then I'll be like, ah. No, it's gonna be great. You got to keep your hopes up, guys. You got to keep your hopes up.
One funny thing that I had pointed out, or I saw pointed out on Twitter, is that Monolith Soft with this game has now put out 4 games on the Switch before Breath of the Wild 2 has come out.
It's
Which,
true,
granted,
but
one
I
of
do
them
want to. Yeah,
was
I do want to give them
Definitive
the.
Edition.
Yeah. I do want to also give them the benefit of the. I want to give the Zelda team this one thing of Xenoblade and Breath of the Wild were in development at the exact same time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's not like they
Are
made
you
4
counting
games from
the
scratch.
DLC for 2 as the?
Yeah, but
Fourth
that's
one?
basically a standalone game. It's 30
It
hours long.
is a standalone game.
It's 30 hours. It's a standalone game.
Hmm.
It's one of those lost legacies. You know, it's we made a DLC that was too big, so it's now its own game. But we're still going to give it as a DLC because we promised.
It's one of those, we tried to put this in the main game, it went on too long, so we turned it into its own thing.
I wonder if will do that again.
Probably.
Well, we can hope.
Could you imagine that? It's like, where the fuck was Pyra this whole time? The DLC. There you go.
She's been in Smash Bros. That's where she is.
True. All I
She
know
even
is
showed them all the letter.
it's true. It's true. Wonder where Poppy is.
Anyways.
Hopefully decommissioned.
Aw.
Yo, how long did
Tora's
Nopal
fucking
live? How
dead.
long did
I
Nopal
hope
live?
so.
Tora's fucking dead, dude.
No, not Tora. I'd like
Not Zeke. Zeke lives
he's gonna
forever.
he's gonna turn himself into a robot. He's gonna turn himself into a robot.
He's gonna put his brain into a mechanized Tora.
Yeah. Shulk's gonna be God. I'm gonna predict it here, dude. Shulk's gonna be evil
no.
God again. He's gonna become what he didn't
Except
want.
actually evil.
Yeah. Again.
Oh man.
Who knows? So many things to consider and contemplate.
And yeah, that's the direct.
Yeah, it was an interesting one. Like, there's a load of good stuff, but it definitely wasn't your standard kind of feeling direct. There was definitely something weird about it.
This direct was made for me
It was made for
and
you.
no one else.
If you just look at how it was bookended, it seems like starting with Fire Emblem and ending with Xenoblade just seems like a weird pick.
Yeah, I feel like they knew that I feel like Mario Kart DLC. They wanted Mario Kart DLC or Xenoblade at the end, and they couldn't decide. It was probably what they were like, and they probably like, well, Xenoblade's a bigger reveal.
Game.
Yeah, Xenoblade's a bigger
Remember
reveal.
when we were watching the Mario Kart reveal, and we are like, "Is this it? Is this the end of the direct?"
Remember when they were spending 20 minutes on volleyball before that?
Yo, that was
God,
funny
it was
though,
epic.
dude. That was fucking funny. He came in his Wii Sport. He came in his Switch Sports uniform, dude. He was vibing. My favorite part was when he's like, "I'm gonna go now," and then he did like a fucking jump out of there. He was like, "Bye," fucking jumped.
Dude, blue skidoo.
He blew skidooed. I can't believe he made Switch Sports instead of Odyssey 2. That's wild, dude. That's wild. But no, it was like I say, I liked the direct. It was just a very weirdly paced one.
For sure.
It was also one of those ones that I felt like it had a load of big announcements, but like the Switch headlines that they call them when they transition, most of those felt like nothings. Like there was one or two like Portal,
Very niche.
yeah, like Portal and stuff like that, but most of them just kind of felt like nothings. But they kept doing, yo, Switch Sports, yo, Fire Emblem, yo, Xenoblade, yo, Mario Kart. They kept cutting in, and I was like, usually they only cut in once or twice, and they did it like 5 times. I'm like, calm down, guys.
Yeah.
Calm down. What's E3 going to be
Making-
like? Not E3, whatever they
Making
call
too
it.
many games.
What's that going to be like? Probably nothing. Breath of the Wild 2 has been delayed. Would you like to play Wind Waker again?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, that makes 2 of us. Because I ain't fucking playing it. I'll probably buy it though, because I'm a terrible person.
Hell yeah.
Rock on.
Anyway,
So
we're
what-
almost at
what-
an hour.
Yeah, what was the original theme? We might as well tell them. We might as well reveal. What was the original theme for this episode going to be, Hunter? We should tell them. 'Cause it
Oh
was
right, we were gonna
Valentine's
do
Day.
we were gonna do a 3x3 since it was coming out on Valentine's Day for like best video game romances or some other such hoopla that we could have settled if the direct didn't happen.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
instead, we are going to do a quick rapid fire. We'll probably come back to this next year. We'll probably do a full blown topic of this next year if they don't put a fucking direct on us again. So what we'll do is I've just coming up with this on the fly. We're gonna do a fun little game of this is an original concept that we used to that we were gonna do eventually one day, but we put it's kind of on head. We're gonna do
HGO
we're gonna do
LLC.
we're gonna do a round of definitive here where you two
right.
are both gonna
Oh.
pitch to me what the best video game romance is, and obviously as the CEO of Ethan Shipping Service, I'm going to basically decide who's got the best idea, and that's what we're going to do. That's how we're going to round this
Don't
out.
be fooled. This is just because Ethan didn't think of anything.
It's true, but hey, if this isn't this is my improvisational skills right here, dude. All those years of acting, this is what it's for.
It is a really good improv.
So you guys need to pick what your favorite romance is, and you're gonna have to convince me, the biggest simp on the planet, why I should care. Why should I invest? So who's gonna start? Any takers?
Hunter, do you have yours?
I have options. It's just I'm between a couple here.
Okay, I'm thinking a
I've
number.
got
Right, okay,
mine.
okay. I'm thinking a number in my head between 1 and 10. Kyle, guess a number.
4.
Hunter, guess a number.
9.
Okay, so the number was 7, so you're the closest, Hunter, so you're going first. There we go. Wow.
Alrighty.
What?
That's how this works. Well, welcome. We're off kilter. Welcome to chaotic HGO.
I like that I said I have one ready. I will go first. And Ethan's just like, nah,
No.
fam, I got this.
No, Hunter goes first.
One of the things I was contemplating was just picking like Steph and Alex from Life is Strange because Ethan likes Life is Strange, but
Hey, you can
Nah.
you can do whatever you want.
I'll just go with a really strong one as far as being the actual best romance in video games. Johnny and River from To the Moon is nigh untouchable.
Okay. So I have not heard of this. So
Me either.
good luck.
Classic.
Good
All right,
luck.
so To the
Convince
Moon
me.
is a game that is famous for being just emotionally victimizing.
Yeah, well, that sounds hype.
Epic.
Let me
Like,
sign up.
imagine the that first scene in Up, except stretched out with all that emotional intensity for like a couple of hours.
Is there a good part? Because like that's my thing with Up. Like is like yeah, the intro's alright, but then what follows is just 90 minutes of a boring movie. is there a good part to
That's harsh.
the moon?
But
But Ethan,
That's
wasn't that
fine.
dog so quirky?
Squirrel.
I was specifically talking about if that first scene was
Okay.
that long.
Okay.
So there's that. Basically, you go into the mind of Johnny here, and you're supposed to like alter his memories as his dying wish. He wants to go to the moon, and he can't really figure out why. And it all revolves around his relationship with his wife River, who had recently passed away. And the game is this whole journey backwards through his mind, through their relationship and their first meeting, and all sorts of wonderful things that happen in between.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to spoil the game because it is fantastic. So, yeah.
Okay. Is that
It's
it?
just really well.
That's
It's
your
just really
case?
well done, and the writing's very down to earth,
Okay.
which is
There you go.
But
very
they want to go
ironic.
to the moon.
Yeah,
Damn, Hunter.
They want to go to the moon. They are heavily invested
Dude,
in
they
crypto.
should just... Damn it, you stole my joke. Good night, everybody.
Good night. I stole the joke. It's all good. Is it an NFT game, dude? I hope it is.
No. This has soul.
Only one person in the world can own it.
And it's Hunter. Congratulations. Okay.
Hunter owns that blockchain.
He does.
I don't.
It's on his laptop. That's why it's always on fire.
From all that crypto mining,
all that crypto
he
mining that he
does.
does. Look at him. Look at him. Oh god, he's got his knife out.
Oh shit.
Now,
He
do I
mines
use
crypto
it on
the
me?
old-fashioned way.
Do I use it on me or do I use it on you?
Use it on the laptop.
Yeah. Two birds with one stone. Okay, Kyle.
All right. So when we first discussed this topic, the first pair that immediately came to my brain was Squall and Renoa from Final Fantasy VIII.
Bad. No one liked that one.
Yeah, it's true. No one likes that game. Which is largely because of these two. These two are the focal point of the whole video game, so much so that they're the damn logo.
Yeah, that's hot.
And I feel like people's enjoyment from the game, either or lack thereof, comes from how they feel about Squall and Renoa. IMO, I think they're fantastic. They're the best couple that Final Fantasy's ever done. No matter how many times they tried, they can't be touched. Like Squall or Tidus and Yuna are fine, but I don't like Tidus.
How dare you? His laugh is iconic.
FF4 had a weird love triangle with Cecil, Rosa, and Kain, which is just annoying.
Yo, Kain?
And
Final Fantasy 9. Screw that one. Final Fantasy 9's romance was really good.
15 isn't real.
Zidane and Garnet
Luna's-
were great, but
Yeah, they're neat. But yeah, Luna Frey is not a character. She's a plot device.
Good to know.
just like Aeris was in the first Final Fantasy 7.
Just like Aerith.
It's true. It's true. All my homies hate Aerith.
So anyways.
Tifa gang
Squall
rise
or
up.
no?
Tifa nation rise up.
I like her in the remake.
We
though.
win in the end. Let's rise up.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
But anyway,
So anyways, Squall and Renoa, what I really love about their dynamic is that it's not that they just meet and they're both like immediately in love with each other. It's like, it feels like a real relationship is being built up over the course of 4 discs, which is absolutely fantastic. Like, Squall, when he first meets Renoa, he's very cold to her. He is very openly against her ideas. Basically, Squall's an assassin, and Renoa hires his group without knowing.
I thought you were going to be like, Squall's a Republican and and everyone else has very democratic beliefs. Like, oh no.
An assassin trained by a school, by the way. They just have a school for assassins.
Don't they all, dude? Isn't that
dude,
what
that's where he
happened with
got his
Maki
gun
and
sword.
V3 as well? And that's how they're all trained. They're all trained in schools, Hunter. Everyone knows this. It's a fact. It's a fact.
So yeah, during the first mission, the mission that Squall got hired for, like, he's very standoffish against Renoa. He's like, your plan is fucking stupid. Here's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna do this my way. And then, she just kind of keeps existing in his life as all this weird Final Fantasy shit goes on around him, and he's like, I'm so tired, dude. I just want to sleep.
No, I feel that. You see, Hunter, that might have been a winning statement right there, dude. That might have been a winning statement. I can relate to sleep.
Renoa's just always there, being like, "Hey, we should go do something. Show me around the school."
That means she's
during this
keeping
time
him from sleeping.
Yeah.
Well, those are 2 very interesting cases.
Also, there's one scene that happens at the start of Disc 3, and it's genuinely.
Is it the one with the theme song?
No.
Wow. That's
I don't
shocking.
think.
The theme song's like everywhere.
Bad guess. It's the one cutscene that doesn't have it, Hunter.
No, I think the theme song is at the end of Disc 3.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
I mean, Eyes on Me is a great cutscene and a great song also.
Right, enough. You've spoken too much, Kyle.
Okay.
You're cheating. You're going, Ethan, there's this real good scene in Disc 3, trust me. And
Look,
I'm
it's
like,
not my
"No,
fault
that's
Hunter
not a
didn't
good
have an
reason."
argument ready.
It's not his fault either. You see, this is a hard one, right? Because
That's what happens when you go first.
I mean, I would have chose Transistor, but I have a video for that someday, so...
Okay. I respect that. That gives you points.
Content. You hear that, Ethan? He's holding out on content.
That's points to me, dude. That's points to me. As I see it. You see, this is hard, right? Because, I love a good classic romance, guys. It's true. It's true.
I said Joker and Kasumi.
Pardon? Hey,
I sort of just said Joker and Kasumi.
You should have, but I've been leaning more back towards Anne again recently. So, but that's just who knows?
Fooey.
Yeah, different day of the week, dude. All I know is never Makoto. Hard dab on the haters. So I just like triggering Kyle. Sorry, guys.
I liked watching his face there. It was a very subtle change, but I could tell that he was annoyed.
You could tell. It was. You could tell. I was happy. I was pretty proud. But yeah, I love a good romance, and Hunter seems like one of those very classic little stories, very heart-tugging, and Kyle's is very weeby as shit, and this is hard, because if there's one thing I do love, it's a cheesy weeb as shit romantic story, as everyone knows if they've ever seen my anime history, where it is just a shit ton of rom-coms. And fucking... If anyone, fun fact, if anyone wants to know what I did on New Year's Eve, not this year, but the year before, I watched Your Name and cried for like half an hour after watching it. It was a great time, a great rolling into the year that was. God, who do I pick? Do I pick Kyle for being a simp for Final Fantasy VIII, or do I pick Hunter for coming with an actual interesting choice?
Got him.
I'm gonna have to get. The weeb shit gets me, dude. I'm gonna have to give it to Kyle. Because weeb shit works. Weeb shit works.
Weeb wonder strikes again.
Weeb wonder strikes
Fair
again.
enough.
But no, there you go. I literally don't.
It
have
would
an
have been
answer for
funny
this.
if we had. It would have been funny if we had both come at him with Final Fantasy games.
Hey, you
That
should
would have been
That
funny.
would have been funny. That would have been funny. Oh well. That was fun. But yeah, one day, maybe next
year.
Maybe next year we'll do a full-on topic episode where we actually discuss them, and I'll actually come up with some that I actually like.
Maki
And maybe I'll come up with more than 4.
Maybe you'll come up. You came up with 4, dude. I'm just sitting here going, yo, what do I even have? What can I pick? I don't know. So yeah, that was fun though. That was a fun little bit. And with that, we're going to leave you. We're going to cut it a tiny bit short. I know we've kind of got into the habit of doing 1.5 hour episodes, but we've been going for long enough. I have work tomorrow, so
Hey, me too.
yeah, high five.
Me too.
So yeah, let's leave it there. As always, our links are on screen. Hopefully this works right now. You can go and find us on your social media platform. It worked. There we go.
Yeah.
Hooray. So yeah, you can go follow us on Twitter if you want to and keep up to date with everything that we do outside of the podcast. But hey, if you don't want to do that, that's cool. You can just keep up to date with the show by going and following us on Twitter at HotGamersOnly, subscribing to the YouTube channel at youtube.com/HotGamersOnly. And hey, if you don't want to look at our stupid faces, you can go to your favorite podcast service, search for Hot Gamers Only, and find us on places like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you name it, we're on it. Go and find us, guys. Leave us a positive review as always. Hope you guys are having a fun Valentine's Day. Do you have plans? Are you spending it alone? Are you going to be playing to the moon? Let us know.
That's a great one to play.
Or are you at work like us 3?
Or are you at work?
No, I will be flying back to Ohio. I will not be at
well,
work.
look at this
on
nerd.
Monday.
Get this guy. Get this fucker, dude. I haven't been on a plane in years. Get this fucker. But no.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys have been up to. Hope you have an amazing week. And then hopefully, let's not get a curse this week. If Persona announcement goes on Tuesday, I'm going to cry.
Just giving up.
I'm just giving up.
Show's over.
We stop at episode 100. Thank you so much for supporting us for 100
had a good
episodes. We had a good run. Hopefully, we'll see 101 next week. Who knows? This is on you, games industry. Decide the future of HGO. But yeah. Thank you
can't
so
just
much.
Stop before Horizon. That'd be
Yeah, we
whack.
can. Exactly right before
Yeah, we
Horizon.
can.
That sounds perfect. Hunter's most anticipated game in a long time. Yeah, we'll stop then. That sounds like a plan. But yeah, thank you so much for supporting us for 100 episodes. It means a lot for you guys listening every week. Whether you watch us on YouTube or you listen to us on Spotify or wherever you listen, we do appreciate all of you hanging out with us. It's been a wild 100 episodes. It doesn't feel like it's been 100 episodes. It feels like we've been doing this forever, but it also feels like we only just started. So I guess that's a good sign. Not burnt out yet, so who knows? Hopefully.
Here's to 100 more.
Here's to 100 more. God. That'll be like 2024. Oof.
Oh man, when God of War and Zelda finally come out.
That's when we end the show. But yeah, thank you so much for being a part of these 100 episodes, whether this was your first or your 100th. We really appreciate it. We will be back, hopefully same time, same place next week for more. But yeah, until then, have an awesome week. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
See ya.
Toodaloo.